Hi guys, I wanted to do a quick video. I have not done a video yet on my grafting this year, and I ordered a ton of rootstocks this year, mostly because with the bulk order I ended up getting 100 of the MM111 rootstocks, just because they were cheaper that way, and I wanted to get a lot of cyanwood with the Fedco order, new varieties that I really wanted to get. So I think I have around 100 total that I'll have ended up grafting this year. I've done 85 so far, and I'm kind of keeping a list of like all the varieties and stuff that I've done. I just finished the 85th one, Airly Red Flesh, and I might make another video talking about what I got and show all the grafts and stuff, but right now I just wanted to show you I did most of the grafts, like 70 some, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, which is really on the late side anyway. But I had some birthday parties for two of my kids, and so that took a lot of time, and it was really fun. I made cakes, and we had little friends, like there's some of their friends over, and so it was a great time, but I didn't have as much time to graft, which is fine. I think they'll still do okay, but like as you can see behind me, these are the rootstock, and I've had them in my garage, but they have been growing, so I'm just hoping that they will still do okay. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of my process, and in a different video I will show you all the rootstocks that I've done, or all the trees that I've grafted this year, and hopefully I will be making a nursery bed to put them in somewhere. I was hoping to do it like outside of my main orchard area and have it fenced in and stuff, but that would be expensive with fencing and stuff like that, and my husband didn't really want to do that this year, so I think I'll just try to put it in my orchard somewhere. I have to figure out where to put 100 trees, but I'm only going to do like 2-foot spacing right now, and then later I'll move them out somewhere else, which I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them yet, but that's kind of how I do things sometimes. A little bit too big, like I probably should have not done quite as many, but I got excited. So anyway, I'll show you all my grafting stuff right now. Okay, so these are some that I've done this morning, and I just kind of cut off the green at the top, and after grafting I like to use buddy tape. It's like a expensive parafilm tape that is really nice. It has little serrated sections. I'll show you that later. And then I like to use this flagging tape and just write the name of them on. And I will be making the metal tags later after I get them planted, with the mouse guards around them, hopefully. So these are just kind of temporary, hopefully, to keep track of them for now. So this was my 79th tree. I like to put the name, and I like to put the rootstock that I use. And then when I write them on the aluminum, or the metal tags, I don't know if they're aluminum, but I'm going to write the year that I did them, which is 2024. These are the rootstocks that are MM111s, and they've been growing, which is not ideal, but I've just been keeping them in our kind of like, it's kind of like a garage, but it's for like our lawn tractors and stuff, and in like moist soil, and they seem good. These roots have started growing more, like sending out new growth, which ideally they would be doing that in the ground, like if I had actually planted them sooner, but that's okay. And then, so I have my list of tree varieties, and I've been doing mostly, what is it, tongue and groove, is that what it's called? Where I'll make a V cut, or like a diagonal cut, and then I'll make a groove, and then I'll splice the two pieces together. But my friend got these grafting tools, and I've done a few with these. I think what's been great with these is that it's really let my kids be able to help a lot. So they've, like my son did, I think 10 different like he did 10 trees on his own. And the knife is, like they use knives a lot for cooking and stuff, but it's just a lot more, it's a lot harder to do the grafts with these sharp knives and with the hard rootstock and cyanwood, and you know, it just makes it a little prohibitive for them to be able to help without me feeling like they might cut themselves really badly. Which happened. I was showing a couple friends how to graft this year, and I had never bought one of these tools just because they're, I just was unsure if they would do a good job, and we'll see how it does. But this one has been really neat. My friend who grafts with me every year liked it. This one has like a kind of an arched blade that comes down, and it will cut the, you know, both pieces, and they fit really well together. It doesn't work as well on like small wood, but I think there are some different blades that you could put in. But if the diameter of the sign wood and the rootstock are pretty similar, it works really well to get a good lineup. But yeah, mostly I just cut them, and then I might try to show one. I'm not mine don't line up as well as like a more experienced grafters would, but they work most of the time. So I have one more sign wood that I ordered from Fedco to do. I've done a bunch already. This one's on the thinner side. This is a Wyndham russet, so I'm excited about that variety. And I also have some more sign wood in this bag that I've been keeping in the fridge. And I had been keeping them wrapped in like damp paper towels until I saw Skill Cult's video about like it's really just best to put them in Ziplocs with no, like maybe some damp sawdust, but no like newspaper or paper towels. So I'd still like to do some Liberty. I have the red fleshed variety that I got from my neighbors that I made that red fleshed applesauce with last year to do. I'd like to do some more golden russets, and then I'm not exactly sure what all I'm gonna, maybe some definitely more Liberty, some more golden russet. Golden russet's my favorite, and then I think I got a couple more other varieties from my neighbor. But this one this is a Wyndham russet. I'll probably try to get 3 grafts out of this one, and then I'll still have probably like around 15 rootstock left. So okay, so once I make the cut and slice it together, either by whip and tongue or, you know, that method, or with the grafting tool, I break off a piece of the buddy tape, and I'll try to do a video sometime showing how to do that, but I don't have a great setup for holding the camera and doing it without cutting my fingers off right now to do it. I will start this below the graft, and then this isn't grafted, this is just a sign, but and then I'll hold it with one hand while I pull up and around with the other hand, kind of stretching and pulling as I go, and wrap the whole graft in the buddy tape. And then I'll come over to my wax melter that I had my husband make for me this year. I tried doing like a candle, a beeswax candle that would melt down, and I could use the melted wax pool of the candle to have my paintbrush and stuff in, but then I had him make this for me. It just has like a little burner thing in the bottom. I put the wax up here, and I made my own mixture of grafting wax from a Mother Earth News article. It's part of, I can't remember the ratios, but I could post it in the comments. It's beeswax, pine rosin, and linseed oil, a combination of those melted together, and I poured it out on wax paper, and then I kind of chopped it up into chunks, which look like this. And I think economically it's probably comparable to grafting wax, you know, after you have all the money and the materials and stuff, but like I made a lot of it, and I still have a lot of the pine rosin and the linseed oil, and I have tons of beeswax left. So yeah, so I think it was worthwhile, and it smells nice. And so, I mean, if you want to make one of these, we used 2 tin cans. This one was from like canned chicken, and this one was from canned chickpeas. And then he welded basically like these washers onto a bolt, and it can spin around like that. So if it gets too hot, you can pull it to the side, and then if it needs to melt more, you can put it back over top. So it's been really nice. And I had him make one to give my friend, my grafting friend, as a gift, one too. So we made 2 of them, and it's been working great. And then we fastened it onto this because like it was too tippy just by itself. So this bottom part's really important. And the kids have been able to help with it really well too. It's not like a super hot. It doesn't, when you mix the pine rosin and the linseed oil in, it has a lower melting point. So the kids were able to do it, and they probably could have gotten burned if they got it on themselves too badly, but they didn't, and they did great. Then I have my list of like varieties that I've been doing, and just so I have it in my records, and I've done a bunch this year. Then this is like the roll of the marking tape. And I have pruners too to cut off the extra. Usually after I graft, I leave 2 buds above the graft. So then I usually just cut the extra off with this, and I wax the tip too. So that's kind of the overview of my grafting, and I'll show you all the other trees when I get them done. Hope you guys had fun this year grafting too, or might add it to your things to learn. It's great.